So Imperfect Women on Apple TV Plus kicks things off with a murder, and from that moment, it completely unravels the lives of everyone connected to the victim. The heart of the show is the friendship between Eleanor, Mary, and Nancy, a bond that completely falls apart after Nancy is killed. Over 8 episodes, some seriously earth-shattering revelations come to light, and by the finale, we finally find out what really happened to Nancy the night she died. The central mystery gets resolved, but the show ends on a pretty uncertain note when it comes to where these characters actually stand with each other. And just a heads up, spoilers ahead. Limited series status and renewal chances. Now, because Imperfect Women is classified as a limited series, there's a real chance we might not get a second season at all. But, and this is interesting, creator Annie Weissman and the lead actors have all said they'd love to continue the story if the opportunity comes up. So things could absolutely change. If the show does get renewed, Season 2 is expected to premiere sometime in 2028. Source material and what Season 2 could explore. Here's the thing. Imperfect Women is based on Araminta Hall's novel of the same name. The show does make some changes to the book, including the ending, but the core plot and characters stay intact. And since Hall hasn't written a sequel or even hinted at one, it's fair to say the story feels pretty wrapped up on that front. The show ties up all the loose ends around the central mystery in the finale, but the one thing it leaves dangling is the nature of the relationship between Mary and Robert. That look they share at the end? Honestly, kind of surprising, given how little the two of them actually interacted throughout the season. Season 2 could dig into exactly that, giving us a deeper look at how Mary and Robert's unexpected romance actually developed, and how they both knew it would be a serious emotional blow to Eleanor. Possible directions for Season 2. But here's the tricky part. You can't just undo all the character growth we've already seen, especially with Eleanor. So rather than a direct sequel, the show could actually go the prequel route, taking us back to the very beginning of Eleanor, Mary, and Nancy's friendship. Or, and this is another real possibility, Season 2 could go in a completely different direction and tell a brand new story entirely. Since we pretty much know everything there is to know about Eleanor, Mary, and Nancy at this point, the show could introduce a whole new set of imperfect women and explore their dynamics through the lens of a new compelling mystery. Basically, an anthology format. Cast, who's returning? Now let's talk cast, because this is where it gets exciting. Who comes back would depend entirely on which direction the show goes. Elisabeth Moss, who plays Mary, and Kerry Washington, who plays Eleanor, have both said they want to reprise their roles if the chance comes up. If the show continues to explore their dynamic and digs into Mary and Robert's developing romance, both of them are expected back. That would also bring back Joel Kinnaman as Robert, Jackson Kelly as Marcus, Leslie Odom Jr. as Donovan, and Audrey Zahn as Cora, all characters with strong ties to the central storyline. What about the dead characters? Now, Kate Mara's Nancy and Corey Stoll's Howard are both dead, but that doesn't necessarily mean we've seen the last of them. They could return through flashbacks or even as the ghosts haunting the surviving characters. We've already seen Mary being haunted by Nancy, especially after she discovers that Howard is actually David, the potential murderer. Wilson Bethel as Scott is another name to watch. He had a pretty limited presence in Season 1, but he could have a much bigger role in Season 2, particularly if we get flashbacks to the trio's early college years. And of course, if the show goes the anthology route, an entirely new slate of characters would be introduced, with fresh cast members joining to take on the new mystery at the center of Season 2. So that's everything we know so far about Imperfect Women Season 2. Whether it happens, what it could look like, and who might be back. What direction do you want the show to go? Let me know in the comments. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe for more.